idea. I'm sure that not just Celeste, but lots of people may think that when it comes to tasting coffee and describing it. And that's when the wheels kind of began to turn. And I said to Ed, you know, it'd be great if we could do a coffee tasting, especially maybe espresso based, where we can serve the drinks alongside a dish that really highlights or brings out those notes, and then make it a bit easier or a bit more comfortable for us coffee lovers to really describe what we taste in our tea. So that was the goal behind the evening. You know, for some of you that are absolute coffee nuts and describing come CC, and hooray, you can let us know if we were on the same page. And for those of you that just love coffee but have a hard time describing what it tastes like, then I hope that this evening is really helpful to help you see that. Because maybe, as you will know by the end of the evening, coffee is really not just coffee to us. You know, it's part of a long family history and tradition. But, or, you know, not just Dallas and I, obsession and livelihood, but there's so much involved with coffee, from the moment you put it in the ground and you plant it, to when you harvest it, to when you roast it, and to when you brew it. Because as Anne mentioned, coffee can taste very differently just by the method in which you brew, you know, or the hand of the barista at hand. So those are all things that we wanted to explore. Anything, I think the objective of the evening was.
Every coffee that we will serve here across the counter will be a coffee through which we have a relationship directly to our farmers. And when I first bought the cafe, I shared with Maria that that's one of my dreams, is that we would also be able to touch the coffee cherry. What I learned, I've been drinking good coffee at Revel for 3 years, but I learned that it's not a coffee bean, it's actually a seed that's inside of the cherry that grows on the tree. And that each cherry only would hold 2 seeds. So for me, a bean on the ground or espresso on the floor is really someone's hand that picked that cherry and then put it in a basket and carried it and then dried it on a patio, and Don Revel can tell you more about that. But when I was sharing with Maria, our dream is that we would love to partner with you, not just in selling your coffee, but also partner with you in a way that one day we might be able to go and participate in harvest, and maybe even one day bring some volunteers who would also help in the community in whatever way, as the community felt it was needed, we could do. And Maria called me in January when we were dreaming about the tasting. She said, we also were talking, and our family would like to invite you and Dave to come this December, so at the end of the calendar year, to help, to be on the farm and to actually be part of the 2012 harvest. So that's our dream. It's our plan. We hope it can be a reality. So if over Christmas time we're closed for 10 days, it's because we'll be picking the beans, picking the cherries, and then we'll come to you. So I hope you'll be patient with us if we close during that time. But for me, it's really, I just can't say what a privilege it is to be standing next to the person whom I know. Really, I asked Maria, does your dad get upset when he sees a bean on the ground in the roastery? And she goes, yes, he's picking them up along the floor. And I think when you touch it, when you are the one who picks it by hand, it's not by a machine, it's in the mountains. They grow their beans sustainably, they harvest them well, and want to take such care of them. We also want to honor that bean and how we treat it. And so I thought, John, maybe you could talk a bit about your dream for your coffee and how you feel about this year's harvest, because we actually need a really good dishwashing break for the next quarter.
This is the point where a revolution could be started, you know. Thank you very much for your words, and thank you to everybody to attend the invitation and made up. And I hope that you have enjoyed this sip of coffee that we had the opportunity to taste tonight. And I would like to say that it is, growing coffee is not a task for only one kind of person. We are many kinds of people involved in this activity. And it's exactly the enthusiasm of people like Anne that is promoting all this and serving the coffee with such stamina, you know, that is contagious. And also the people that roast the coffee and make possible that the work of the grower can be accomplished, serving a very nice beverage to the consumer. It's true, in what to me takes place in this activity, I am in the beginning. I would say that all of this way, trying to follow what Mother Nature said to us, how we can reach a good crop of coffee. But a good crop of coffee is not only the amount of coffee that we can produce. A good crop of coffee, it means also a good quality coffee. Because among growers, there are big growers you can see in magazines in Brazil, Hawaii, in Africa, huge plantation, all of them mechanized, and you don't see people there. Everything is machinery. And the coffee goes to the big mills, machines controlled by computers. They select the size of the coffee, and in 1 week or two, the coffee is on the shelf of a supermarket. For us, it's very different. We do everything by hand. And then we have to take in account very carefully what Mother Nature is telling us. Today, especially, the climate change is something that everybody is commenting.